On July 2nd, 1937, Amelia Earhart, the first woman to cross the Atlantic, vanished with her navigator Fred Noonan during an attempt to circle the globe at the equator.
So there was two people?
Yes, it was two. I'm not dumb, but where on earth did Amelia Earhart disappear to?
Welcome
to the I'm Not Dumb But
podcast, where we won't claim to have the answers to life's deepest questions,
but we'll give you an exciting journey
into the realms of knowledge
you never knew you needed.
Might be mainstream,
but not common knowledge. From artificial intelligence to conspiracy theories, no topic is too taboo for us to explore. Let's get curious together.
Today we're strapping our detective hats and immersing ourselves into ultimate mystery, the jaw-dropping disappearance of one and only Amelia Earhart.
Where did she go?
I'm your host today, Chris. I'm joined by Rob.
Yo.
And Caesar.
Yo.
So how are you guys doing today?
Good, man. I'm trying to find out where Amelia went.
She's in Cuba. With Castro. And Prince. I heard, and Prince, yeah.
You never judge a book by its cover. This cat could ball, man.
We'll find out. I don't know. She just, boom, gone.
She blew up?
Just boom, gone. Yeah.
I thought it was something else.
Man. Is there a movie about her?
There's so many different theories to what happened to her.
Is this the one where they just found her plane at the bottom of the ocean, or they think they found her plane at the bottom of the ocean?
Maybe. I don't know.
Was she on that Malaysian flight that disappeared? Are those? Or is that after? I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't know if that was the Atlantic.
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
Amelia was born in 1897 in Kansas. As a child, she was very adventurous and she was playful. Her first flight was in 1920. A 23-year-old Amelia took her first airplane ride in California. It was a life-altering experience, igniting a passion for flight. Despite the male-dominant field, Amelia was determined to carve her own path in aviation. She took flying lessons, working odd jobs to pay for them, and earned her pilot license in 1921.
That's awesome.
That's crazy because the Wright brothers started flying in like what? Early 1900s?
1903.
So she flew in 1921. So she was early in the game.
She was.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I won't buy the first iPhone. I mean, she went in 20 years after, I guess.
I might be better, but I've never seen a female pilot flying commercial.
What, have you been living under a rock?
No? Oh my God, there's so many female pilots.
None of my, and I've traveled all over the world. I've never seen them. But you know how they usually stand outside, either before or after the flight?
Right.
I've never seen them.
Oh, yeah. These legacies are sending them like straight in. They did a huge push to hire female pilots. I've had a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I've had a lot.
The future is female.
In 1921, she earned her pilot license, becoming one of the first female pilot in the U.S. In 1922, Amelia became the first woman to fly solo across the United States, coast to coast.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
Those planes were like, what? You know, like that's insane.
Right, especially the technology in 1920s, you know.
By herself, too?
Yep.
I'm assuming she had to do multiple landings to like refuel and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Which is probably harder than actually flying.
Right.
Rob, don't you fly?
No.
Oh.
I will one day, though.
It was another Rob.
What a disappointment you are.
In 1923, she became the first woman to fly solo over 4,000 feet.
Oh, wow.
And in 1932, Amelia fame skyrocketed when she became the first female pilot to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. And while breaking records, Amelia didn't just seek personal glory. She used her platform to support for the advancement of aviation and encourage other women to pursue their dreams.
That was a problem right there. Should have kept her mouth shut. Should have just flew the plane. Should have just flew those planes.
Yeah, they were after her.
They could have monopolized the whole thing.
Yeah.
Bro,
that right there, that stinks of foul play.
Yeah. She was the first woman, and then she was talking.
And
two
then,
strikes.
yeah.
Man. 2 strikes.
They already let her in the plane. They weren't going to let her out.
She even wrote a book detailing her adventures and promoting aviation called The Fun of It.
Never heard.
You never heard it?
No.
To be honest with you, I never heard of it. Yeah. It was my first time hearing about it when I was
You
doing
could
the
put it on
research.
one of your audiobooks that you listen to.
Maybe I will.
Yeah, one of your 4.
For the year.
For the
Don't overdo it.
And she also found a organization for female pilots that continues to this day called 99s.
Oh, wow.
What's it called? 99 Girls?
99. The reason they called 99, it was back in the day, back in the days when she started, there was 99 woman pilots.
So back in the day, there was 99 women pilots. Right now, there's over almost 9,000 women pilots that are registered with the FAA.
Dang.
And there's been almost a 70% increase in the last 20 years in female pilots. So that's pretty big.
That is.
Female pilots are only 5% of the total airline pilots in 2022.
Girls can do anything a boy can do and more.
So now it comes to her last flight. The Amelia Earhart's 1937 flight was her ambitious attempt to become the first woman to fly around the world. She started her journey on June 1st, 1937, accompanied by navigator Fred Noonan. Their goal was to circumnavigate the globe along the equator, covering approximately 29,000 miles. So at 22,000 miles, and it was only 7,000 miles to California, the finish line, she was going to stop at Howland Island to refuel, which was going to be her last pit stop. And she was checking in with the radio operator every hour just to make sure that she gets into the island safely. And the operator noticed a very strong headwind. So he notified Amelia, but it seems like she never got the message. So the guy was keep trying over and over, nothing.
Do you copy? Request you to crank up the FM. We have a weak signal here. Come in. Are you reading me?
When she finally communicated back, everything seemed okay. She wasn't freaking out, nothing.
It's like you ever seen those memes where like you go to like a female mechanic and you ask him, "Oh, what's wrong with the car?" Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
Right.
Nothing's wrong with the car. The guy was probably sending her a message and she's
probably
like,
yo, like, you know what I mean?
That's sexist.
Does it say how many pit stops she did? Other than
before that, she made quite a bit. What I read is that she modified her plane so that every time she fuels to the full, it lasts about like 20, 24 hours of flight time.
Oh, wow.
Since it's the whole world, she made quite a bit.
How did she go to the bathroom? That's what I want to know. 24 hours of flying? Is that what she did? 24-hour clips? She had to have done less than that.
I guess it depends on her.
Think she put it on autopilot, fell asleep for a little bit? Like a Tesla?
She took a nap. That's what they do in the plane anyway.
It's true. True.
That's by themselves. All right, so we got a strong headwind coming in. We reached out to her. She didn't say anything, and then she hit us back up, and she's like, yeah, I'm good.
1 hour later, operator received another message. They have climbed to 10,000 feet. It's unclear why she made that climb.
Probably from the headwinds.
What they're saying is that it's very uneconomical in terms of fuel usage. So because of that, they called Coast Guard to guide her to the Howland Island. It is thought that Earhart's plane must have gone fairly close to the island because the Coast Guard did receive some transmission. Because of that, they thought she was nearby. Her last transmission said, quote, "We must be on you, but we cannot see you," end quote. The gas is running low. In her final transmission, Earhart's voice was described frantic. After that, Earhart was never officially heard from again.
Damn.
But we heard from the guy next week. He was good. He was at a diner.
Yeah.
She was nowhere to be found, but he was fine.
Yeah, they panned to him. He's having a cup of coffee and an omelet.
Smoking a cigar.
So, yeah, it sounds like she crashed, though, from what you're telling me. I mean, is this like how accurate is all of this that you just said? Like, that's pretty accurate? Or is that just a theory?
So what I just gave you, that was actual fact. Like what happened during her last... Yes, this was a fact.
That's
of
what
her
she
last
climbed and...
So-called aviation experts say.
Yes.
But did we hear from the navigator for real? Because she wasn't alone on the plane. I thought she was alone. She wasn't. Did we hear from that guy?
No, I think Amelia was the one that...
Communicating
the whole thing, yeah.
And he died too, I'm guessing.
I'm assuming, yes.
History has not remembered him. Apologize to you, bro.
I know, for real.
Like, we always thought she was the only one on that plane.
Same here, me too.
Yeah. There was another guy there the whole time.
Who's Milton? What? I don't remember any Milton.
Theory number 1. So this one is a very widely accepted theory, all right? And very straightforward. Earhart plane ran out of gas, and she and Noonan died when they crashed into the ocean near the Howland Island. Expert says her plane should have lasted for 24 hours of flight instead of 20 hours. And analysis done by Caltech, because of the headwind and when she was forced to take the 10,000-foot climb, her plane would have been out of fuel when she disappeared. So because of what she did and the headwind, they're saying that they used up more gas than she needed to.
Which makes sense.
So in 2002 and 2007, a company called Nauticos and other groups searched a nearly 2,000 square nautical miles area where Earhart's plane may have sunk, but have not found evidence of the aircraft.
When did she crash?
1937.
And when did they do the expedition? 70 years, right?
What do you mean?
But like I'm saying, like they went out there to find a plane wreckage.
Right.
For all intents and purposes, the water current could have just destroyed it, and all those storms that passed through there, earthquakes and stuff. You know, like
it seems like they since the crash, they've been searching. Like they did everything to find her. But I think as the technology, as the year goes by and the technology got improved, they're doing like more advanced searches. So that one was theory 1. It was very straightforward, where she crashed and died, pretty much. But there's no record or no evidence of it anywhere to be found.
Because it's in the bottom of the ocean with the Hope Diamond. It all comes full circle, bro.
I was just wondering if you had found the heart of the ocean yet.
So theory number 2. The Earhart became a castaway on the Gardner's Island, now called Nikumaroro. I think that's how you pronounce the name.
Nikumaroro Island.
It's about 350 nautical miles from south of Howland Island. And that island was on the path of Earhart was flying. So as her plane lost fuel, we think that she spotted the island and could have worked as the emergency landing strip. This is the part, it gets a little weird. So between 1939 and 40, someone found remains of a campsite on the island and a tool used to determine latitude and longitude. And he also found partial human skeleton. But it was determined the bones belonged to a man who was short, stocky, and of European descent.
Amelia Earhart right there.
But they thought they couldn't be Earhart or Noonan.
Case closed. She crashed. She became a man. That's it. Seems plausible to me.
So they only found one set of bones on this island?
Partially. Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't they
found Tom Cruise from Castaway.
What did he just say?
Oh, so I'm looking at this right now. It's on Science Magazine. A new forensic analysis of bones found on a remote Pacific island 80 years ago strongly suggests they belong to Amelia Earhart, NPR reports.
Right.
Remains found on Nikumaroro in 1940 were originally ruled out as belonging to the famed pilot as they were thought to be a male.
Right.
Interesting.
But as part of after they analyzed, right? This is the crazy part. The doctor or who was in charge of that study of the bone, he destroyed the bone. Like he got rid of it.
Coincidence?
What is going on?
Did they say why?
Thereby preventing anybody from DNA analyzing them in the future. Nope, they have no idea why he did that.
Is he still with us? Did he get arrested?
Why did he do that?
I don't know. That's something. Maybe there was some kind of secret behind. I don't know. Like no one knows. That's the thing. They have no idea why. Like you would think that, maybe as a doctor or as a scientist, you'd be like, down the road in the future, there probably a technology advancement. So let me save this so we can analyze this, right? You know what I mean?
Could have been alien bones. That's why he destroyed it.
No.
Unless she was an alien.
No, it could have been an alien on the island. Could have been alien bones. Think about that.
All right, so what else we got here? Let's see here.
Right. So, but however, the International Group for Historical Aircraft Recovery did another study using the original doctor's note. They concluded that it could have also belonged to a taller than average woman of European descent. And Earhart was said to be around 5'7", 5'8". So that's it's like Robbie said from the magazine, like it could possibly her bones. I think this is the best part. It gets weird again. The reason for there being only partial bone on the island was because of the coconut crabs.
Coconut crabs are the largest on Earth, and many thousands of them teem over tiny Nikumaroro.
Meaning they think the coconut crabs like eaten her and the bones and body, like what the human body.
Coconut crabs?
Yeah.
I've never seen a coconut crab.
That sounds like a Super Mario villain, like one of those things that I gotta look this up.
Look it up.
Crabs?
They're fucking monstrous. Like
that is whoa! What a way to go! What a way to go!
Those are massive.
Holy crap!
Those are massive.
Oh my god!
They can crush the coconuts with their.
Yeah, these things killed her.
Oh my god!
They look like they belong to like dinosaurs.
Right?
Yeah, these things definitely killed her. That's it.
Holy shit. So she lands on this island. She's like, oh my God, I almost fucking died. That headwind was crazy. And then she got destroyed. Imagine that. It's like nighttime. You can't see anything. And there's just coconut crabs coming after you. Oh my God. What a way to go.
Yeah, I know.
What a way to go. I'd rather take the plane crash.
Yeah, I'll take the plane crash. And she's like, by the way, where's Tim? He was with me. I'm here by myself. Now these coconut crabs are going to kill me.
We're finally safe.
All right, now it comes to theory number 3.
Oh, I love these theories.
Amelia Earhart was working with U.S. government, and she was a spy. So they thought Earhart had a plan B, where if blank blank, she couldn't find the Howland Island, she was to dump her plane near the Marshall Island, which it was only 800 miles away from Howland Island. The reason being is that U.S. would be able to perform reconnaissance in the Marshall Island because at that time it was occupied by Japan. So it was like their excuse to go to the island and recon.
Huh.
That one's a little bit more.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one. So
they could do reconnaissance with a whole bunch of other people. I don't think they're going to need Earhart for that.
So that her plan, so they were going to send her to the other island. This way they can do a little recon on the Japanese.
It was like, Earhart landed in this island and we need to go find her. Wink, wink, Huh. And then just do a little recon.
Okay. So that's what they think happened? Why?
That's one of the theories. One of the... But however, the plan went sideways and Earhart and Noonan got captured. That's what they think. And then they were released years later after the war. And then somehow they got back to U.S. and they think that they moved to New Jersey. And she got married under a lady under name Irene Bolam.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Definitely happened.
Yeah.
And then
did she marry the guy? Or she married another guy?
She married
like another. No, it's some.
Did she marry Chris
Irene
Christie?
Bolam?
Yeah. Was she the one that told Chris Christie to stop those to close the bridge? Was that her?
And then I thought it was funny. The actual Irene, She ended up suing the publisher who came out with that story.
Ah, damn it.
She's like, this is stupid. What the hell's wrong with you guys? And then she ended up suing the publisher who came out with the theory.
So that definitely isn't it then.
It's definitely. Well,
we can rule that one out. We can rule that one out then.
No, that was 97% of
that one had me going though. Yeah, I would have said that. I would have believed that one.
You guys will believe absolutely anything.
But there's an alternate theory to that story is that after they got captured, there's think that they were eventually executed. That's another theory to that. So
she doesn't make it to the Howland Islands. She makes it to the Marshall Islands.
Mm-hmm.
The Japanese capture her. She does not escape and move to New Jersey and live her best life. The Japanese end up killing her.
Right. But the thing, this is what I was thinking. Like, if Japanese executed them, right? I'm wondering if they're keeping a secret because they know how she's like very like
Of course.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like so they're not gonna go out public and take the credit for it.
Yeah, they're like, yo, you fucking killed Amelia Earhart. You're like, I don't know. I thought she was a spy or whatever. They're like, you fucked that up, bro. And then they had to hide the whole thing.
She kept screaming, coconut crabs, coconut crabs. We didn't know what she was saying.
This chick is crazy.
So
yeah, coconut crabs in Japanese, everyone knows it's like a really bad curse word. So they just got rid of it. This was the 32, right? World War II was in 39. So
this is why they dropped the bombs? Because they killed Amelia Earhart?
Yeah. How many bombs did we drop?
2, right?
One for Amelia and one for Noonan.
One for Noonan, yeah.
For our buddy.
Shit. So that's, I don't know.
Makes sense now.
I'm waiting for the movie. Chris Nolan's movie.
A movie?
Theory number 4. Very short.
Okay.
The Earhart may have made a contact with alien life forms.
Oh, yes. Don't keep this
either
one short.
By accident or either knowingly or collusion with U.S. government.
So she makes contact with alien life forms where? Over the Pacific?
Right, in the Pacific, yeah, while her mid-fly. And she probably goes, I don't know, take me with you. I don't know.
She probably gets abducted. But she's mid-flight. Right. Her voice is frantic. She probably gets abducted. That's why there's no plane crash. They just took the plane with her. Probably turned it into soup or goo.
Goo. But when I was doing some research, I found some like crazy theories. Like, that doesn't even make sense. And there are a couple of them I thought was funny. The first one was she crashed into the ocean and she found Atlantis. And she became part of that civilization.
Aquaman 3.
Aquaman, yeah.
Go fuck another fish, asshole.
Another one was theories that Noonan got jealous because Amelia was getting all the attention. And he was like, yo, I flew the damn flight too. I did the whole thing with her, you know? But
he wasn't flew it too?
He was with her in the flight, in the plane, yes.
Oh, I'd be jealous too. Imagine that. You're like...
He wasn't going to get any of the credit.
No.
Did someone flew around, a male already had done that, right?
I think multiple times, yes.
Okay, so he wasn't really going to get the credit for that.
Right.
The credit was going to go to her. So he was jealous, and what happened? So he sabotaged?
He kills her in mid-flight, and he lands plane at a Marshall Island. Or no, not Marshall, other island. Island with the...
Nikumaroro.
He lands there and tosses Amelia's body to the crabs. And he stayed, and he became the king of the coconut crabs.
You had me. You had me in the beginning.
I'm like...
and then you...
This is what happened. All right, this is what happened. I think this is what happened. I think Noonan was working with the Japanese. Knew what was going down. She probably pissed him off on the plane. She had some information on the aliens. They didn't want that getting out. So they wanted the Japanese to have the technology and not the Americans. Lands over Coconut Crab Island, dumps her body there, takes the plane to Marshall Island, makes it a fake crash. Now the Japanese have the technology, and that's how we have iPhones.
Oh.
Even though Samsung is not a Japanese company, but...
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
No one's going to fact check this, okay? That sounds plausible. Here's what I think happened.
All right.
They were flying.
Mm-hmm.
Headwinds came. Their plane wasn't ready for that. So they went up to 10,000 feet. They were burning up their gasoline. Boom. Guess what? They crashed and they died.
That's the first theory.
No.
That's theory number one. There's no difference between what you just said and the widely accepted theory.
He's just fucking said that.
Because it's probably what it is. Occam's razor, man. The simplest is always the best.
I don't know. The other one sounds really good. How did the bones get on the island? You can't come up with that.
The crabs, bro. The crabs was flying the plane. And they crashed.
The thing is, if she crashed on the crab island, then where's the plane? Right? You find half a partial skull, but you can't find a freaking plane.
Right.
So that's why I don't think that happened.
They recently released a report.
Right. So
and it was like a blurry picture of a.
So in January 27th of 2024, the company called Deep Sea Vision released a sonar image of the plane.
We've heard of these guys before.
Yeah, $250, $250,000 up for.
Wait, these are the same ones, right?
Are they?
They sound like it.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah, they had to pivot the company's mission. Hey guys, you want to go down and see Amelia Earhart's plane?
It's a lot closer.
Yeah, sure.
Closer.
It's as low as an above ground pool. I'm down with that. I'll do that. Yeah.
Guaranteed results or your money back?
So they said that they were on a 3-month quest along Earhart's flight path, and they believed that they may have located the wreckage of her plane intact on the floor of Pacific Ocean, and it was 16,000 below the sea level and even deeper than Titanic. And from what I heard last time, they're going to continue to do more research and more analyze the area or wherever that plane was found.
How did it get that low and intact?
I think they might have called James Cameron.
That's probably what happened.
There's got to be a lot of planes in the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. Like, How do we know it's hers? You know what I mean? A lot of shit was going down on that side of the world, especially during that time.
I don't know, but they said they're not.
We don't know
not
for
100%.
sure. Right
yeah, we don't know for sure. But this was the closest to her flight path.
Uh-huh.
So that's why they're gonna do some more research and more studies on it.
That was her flight path, but who knows if she was on the flight path. Her last words were something about "I can see you, but I can't hear you," something like that.
Right. So we don't know for a fact that she was
actually on.
Right.
Yeah, it could be
exactly.
They're probably looking at maybe in the wrong direction. She probably could have crashed somewhere else, and the current probably took it somewhere else. So they're looking in this one direction, one space, thinking, "Oh, we're gonna find her there." But you know what? Maybe she did crash on the island.
So what was her last words? We know her last one.
Vote or die.
She said, "Quote: We must be on you, but we cannot see you, and gas is running low."
Now, what does that? What do you think that means? Is it some kind of metaphor, something?
What is the gas?
Expand on that.
She's talking about. Yeah.
Yeah. And her voice was frantic. I would have been like, help, 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 please, somebody, like praying, you know what I mean?
That is not going to work.
Bro, imagine though, like you're out there. Ooh, did they say what time? Was it day or night? Do they even know?
That I don't remember.
It's probably overnight, because if it was during the day, maybe she could have been able to maneuver a lot easier, right? So you're in night, you probably lost your radar or whatever, no navigation, and now you're losing fuel. So it's some scary shit. You're with Tim. He's in the back there thinking, why did I come to this? Because he was the navigator. What does that mean?
What would you say you do here?
I think it was like literally personal GPS.
Right? Using maps.
Yeah,
whatever,
while she's flying, he's doing all the calculations. And
so even if he would have like switched seats, I doubt he would have done any better. You can't mess with Mother Nature, man. You can't mess with Mother Nature. So she probably dead, and he is too. So out of all your research, one of those theories you believe in?
Yeah. What are your thoughts?
Give us your most concrete theory.
I think is the theory number one. They just crashed.
So my theory.
Sure, your theory, Caesar.
I don't know, man. There seems to be just something more to this.
Like it sounds simple, but it's not. How come they can't find it? Or there's no evidence.
It's a big ocean.
Like we found Titanic, you know.
Yeah, but Titanic was a lot bigger than that plane, you know. And there's a whole bunch of theories on Titanic too.
What was the theory on Titanic? What do we think about that?
A quick one was like that. It was actually two boats.
Oh, I heard that one.
Yeah, one actually crashed, and so what they did was they said that the Titanic actually crashed, but it was actually the other one, and they did it for like insurance purposes.
But this ship can't sink. She's made of iron, sir. I assure you, she can.
Mm-hmm.
So there was two boats.
There was two of the identical boats.
Uh-huh.
So the Titanic really didn't crash. It was the other boat, and they said it was the Titanic for the insurance.
And then what do they do with all? They let all those people die?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
Huh.
That's a working theory.
Yeah, I mean,
also
few things I want to clear up there, but yeah.
Also, I think they crashed into a coconut crab, and that's what happened. It wasn't an iceberg. It was just a coconut crab.
I believe that. Other theories is like so far-fetched. It's like so out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So only one that actually makes sense is that it actually crashed. And then we also, like you said before, we don't know for a fact if even she was on her path, like that path that she took. You know, with everything happening, she, like you said, she could be in the other side of the world. God, who knows? So
I'm pretty sure like 200, 300 years from now, we're still going to be saying the same thing. Unsolved mystery of Amelia Earhart. By then, we've had a first contact. We've found the Hope Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
We brought up the Titanic, but we still can't find her and her plane.
Rob, what do you think?
There's more to this story, man. I think there's a darker side here, but I think we're just scratching the surface. It's good to know. I mean, for her, it seemed like she kind of opened a lot of doors for females in the aviation industry. Just by you briefly talking about her background and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But it was kind of fun to go over the theories because I had never heard any of these. You know what I mean? None of them. Like the coconut crab one, that new one that just came out where they said they found some remains or bones on an island that could have been hers. And then that doctor destroying the evidence. Like what was going on with that? You know what I mean? I don't know. Something more to this. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun to hear about. You know, I think what I'm gonna do is probably as like info comes out, in the next few weeks about her, I'll probably pay a little more close attention to that because of this. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Never heard of those theories.
Caesar?
Yeah, man. She's an interesting figure in history. Everybody knows her story growing up, and her, tragic death. I'm, for one, think, it's the simplest answer. She crashed. Nature did its thing and destroyed the plane. Is there any nefarious things behind it? Potentially, but I'm thinking maybe it was just she crashed and that's it.
She crashed and that's it. But there was two Titanics.
Working theory. Are you trying to say there was two Amelia Earharts?
Oh shit!
One crashed and one was on the island.
There you go.
Oh,
but the doctor destroying the evidence was kind of curious. But yeah,
Amelia Earhart, lost to the stars, and the mystery that haunts us still. Fuel exhaustion, hidden island, or something stranger. Next time you look up, ask yourself, what was her fate? The answer might be out there, waiting for someone brave enough to find it. What will you discover? We want to thank you for listening, and if you enjoyed today's show, feel free to name drop this podcast to your friends and family. To stay updated on new content, check us out on YouTube at I'm Not Dumb But Podcast and on Twitter at I'm Not Dumb But. Please rate, like, and review whatever you get your podcast. Until next time, stay curious. Peace.
Later.